Hello everyone, this is Eva Dawson from Eva Therapeutic Wellbeing. I am doing a video today for a client of mine. She is an amazing girl. She's 13 years old and she is very intuitive, and we've been working together for a while, and she's definitely receiving intuitive messages, but she's having trouble calming her brain. So today I'm setting my intentions to discuss and give strategies on calming the brain and being an open channel, helping your brain be an open channel for information that you're receiving from your intuition. So sometimes what happens is, we get busy with our daily life and we've got all these things that we're thinking about. Our brain is meant for executive functioning, so we're constantly thinking about, I've got to do this, I've got to do this, I've got to do this, and our brain gets very, very busy. And when we have a lot of busyness going on, it's very difficult for us to develop the right neural pathways to receive the information that we need to be receiving. So I want you to think about a busy brain and multitasking, and the way our society is now, we're constantly on our phones and we're doing this and we're doing that. And what happens is our brains become, a lot of people you talk about having brain fog. Well, the reason for that is because we're multitasking so much and we're not really focusing and paying attention to each task that we need to do. We're not developing strong neural pathways for that information to be sent from in our brain. So as we become better and better at tasks, we're creating a very strong neural pathway in our brain to make us very good at that very specific task. But if we're constantly doing this, and this, it makes it very difficult for our brain to develop that very, very good neural pathway. And so how do you do that? How do you strengthen your brain? How do you get away from having all of those neural pathways being used at once? And meditation is definitely one of those key things. And a lot of people are like, oh, I don't know how to meditate. I don't know how to do that. So we're going to talk about some strategies for meditation. Another thing with the neural pathways that is very important is sleep. A lot of people don't realize that and I've done a video on this, lack of sleep. So when we're not sleeping adequate times during the night, there's a very strong cascade of a hormone response that happens, especially for women, where their cortisol levels never drop below a certain level. And when we're not getting adequate deep sleep, there's something that happens during the night when we're sleeping, is all the neural pathways that aren't being used and aren't efficient get kind of trimmed off like scissors. And so when we don't go into that deep sleep, our brain never gets into that restful state that allows our brain to kind of trim off those neural pathways we're not using. With that said, then we have all of these crazy neural pathways going around in our brain that our brain doesn't use very efficiently. And so it's that sleep that allows those really strong neural pathways to stay intact. So sleep would be a strategy for improving the communication from your intuition to your brain and to your body. Getting at least 7 to 9 hours of sleep per night is extremely important, especially if you're using a lot of energy throughout the day. So that would be my number one strategy, would be getting adequate amount of sleep. Number 2 strategy would be meditation. So people get really nervous about meditation. They're like, I can't do it. They don't feel, and I was like this too. I resisted this for a long time. So I'm working on my skills with this every day. With meditation, your brain gets into a different state of wavelength that allows you to receive intuitive information, and it helps lower the stress response in your brain. So it's very important that people take time, and it doesn't have to be a long amount of time. If you can try to spend some time in the morning setting your intentions for what you would like to receive, or goals that you would like to reach, and especially before bed, before you go to sleep, it's very important to reset and calm your brain and get your body prepared for sleep. So morning and night meditation. Now, if you're not good at meditation, it just takes practice. So every time that a lot of people are like, well, my brain just goes everywhere. Yeah, because it's not used to being quiet. It's used to doing your cell phone and this and that, just like what we talked about. So it's really important that every time your thoughts start wandering off, that you bring your thoughts back to either your breath or if you're focusing on one word, or if you're focusing on relaxing your body, just bringing your thoughts back. And every time you bring your thoughts back, it's like you're flexing your muscle and you're strengthening your muscle. So think about it as strengthening your brain. You're not failing, you're just practicing. So that might be a good way to think about it. Also, too, guided meditations are awesome. When I first started learning how to meditate, I would listen to guided meditations because they would tell my brain what to do. I physically needed to be told, okay, do this, relax this part of your body, do this with your brain, take a deep breath. That really helped me to figure out what I was doing, and it gave me a good foundation. And so I just went on YouTube, just like you are right now, and I just searched guided meditations for relaxation, guided meditations to help with sleep. And then I kind of started to find which ones resonated with me and which ones really helped me, and that really helped strengthen my ability to calm my brain. Once my brain was calm, I started to notice that I was able to access my gifts and my abilities to help people a lot more efficiently. So I started receiving just intuitive information. For instance, like when I work with a person, I receive intuitive information on what their body needs and what kind of strategies they need to work on. And that's because I've created a channel, and I work on strengthening that channel all the time. And the more I work with that channel, the more and better information that I receive. So I hope those strategies help you. So a lot of times when our brain is disorganized, we have a difficult time communicating through our voice what our brain is thinking, and that's what my client is having difficulty with. She's receiving so much information and she's so intelligent, and her brain is going 1,000 miles an hour that she thinks that she said one thing, but people are hearing another. So there is a kind of a miscommunication on what her brain thinks she said and what people are hearing. And I think that is due to just a lot of information coming in, and her brain is thinking faster than what her voice is able to do. And so working with sleep and working with meditation, and then I'm going to do a guided meditation with intentions to help with opening your channel and having adequate and appropriate communication through your voice. So what I would like you to do is I would like you to get grounded. I would like you to find a peaceful place to either sit or lie down. And we're just going to start with a deep cleansing breath. So I want you to take a breath in through your nose and breathe out. And I want you to set your intention that with each breath you take, your brain becomes more relaxed and more calm. And I want you to picture the breath coming in through your nose as being like white light. And as that air enters into your brain, I want you to imagine the white light calming and relaxing all the channels of your brain. Keep focusing on your breath. And if your thoughts come in, just ask them to leave, kind of brush it away like a cloud. Continue to focus on your breath. And imagine that breath kind of floating down through your brain, down into your throat, through your shoulders, and down into your heart. As you breathe, feel the breath fill up your chest and open your chest and your heart space, releasing any tension. And I want you to draw a line of light from your brain, and envision in your brain drawing a line of light from your brain down through your throat and into your heart. And with each breath you take, you are reconnecting and making that pathway from your brain to your heart stronger and stronger. Feel the breath of light travel down into your abdomen, into your pelvis, and down all the way through the bottoms of your feet, making you feel grounded, safe, secure, and peaceful. call holy fire to surround your body with white light of protection. I want you to imagine that white light swirling around you, creating a force field of protection. And I want you to imagine a beautiful beam of light opening from the top of your head. Imagine that space opening, creating a channel between you and your higher power, your source energy, Jesus, Heavenly Father, whatever resonates with you. Open up your channel. And we are setting our intentions to improve the strength, opening up that channel for higher communication, intuitive messages that your body needs. Information that will help with your greater good, that will improve your healing. We ask that channel be strengthened to improve your overall communication of your needs, desires, wants, improve your relationships, to reduce miscommunication between loved ones, opening your throat chakra, feel that channel through the top of your head, beaming through into your throat and down into your heart. We ask that any channel that is no longer serving your greater good, we ask that those channels be closed, that those neural pathways be snipped, if they are no longer serving you. We ask that the communication that you receive be for the greater good of humanity, be for the greater good of your future, for your well-being, and for all of those around you, that it be a message of light, of love, of the highest vibration, that these are the only messages that you receive. Continue to focus on your breath. Let's give thanks and gratitude for this time, for our connection. I encourage you to continue to work in your heart space. When you're working from your heart, when you're working in love, that is the most powerful information we can receive, is when we are working in love. I hope this video receives you, or you receive it well. Thank you for this time today. If you would like to reach out to me, or if you would like any more information, there will be information below this video. Please like and subscribe to my channel. And thank you for this time today.